So today we are going to do a little bit more algebra, something a little bit different. So far we've been looking at order of operations and whether to divide, multiply, add or subtract first, and we've also been looking at simplifying expressions where we've made different equations simpler. Now we're going to be looking at evaluating expressions. So before we get started, if I wrote something like 3x, you should remember from junior cert and from fourth year that when I write this in maths, 3 beside x, this means 3 multiplied by x. In maths, if two things like this are beside each other, they're being multiplied. So if I was to write 2ab, that would be the same as saying 2 multiplied by a multiplied by b. And then if we have x squared, that's the same as saying x multiplied by x. Or if we had, say, 2x squared, that would be the same as saying 2 multiplied by x multiplied by x. Now, this one's a tricky one, because if we remember our orders of operation, we always deal with the power, the indice, the power here, before we deal with whatever we're multiplying it beside. And we're going to look at that now in a second. But you should know that if a letter is beside a number like this, it means multiplied. So I'll just get rid of this. So if I was to give you a sum, and now we're going to be evaluating an expression. So if I was to give you an expression like this, say 2x squared minus 3y squared, and I was to tell you here x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. And I said to you, okay, I want you to evaluate this expression, assuming that x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. What you would do is you would substitute in 3 for x. So 3 would go in here, and don't forget the little squared, minus 3 multiplied by 2 substitutes in for y squared. Now we need to multiply this out and see what we get. But remember, I just said you do the power or the indice first. So before we don't multiply 2 by 3, we do the squared first. So it's 2 multiplied by 3 by 3. 3 by 3 is 9, and that's minus 3. And then here we do the same. 2 squared is 2 by 2, which is 4. Now we can multiply these numbers. So 2 by 19, or 2 by 9, sorry, is 18, minus 3 by 4 is 12, and that would give us 6. So now we have evaluated this expression. Okay, I'm going to do another one here for you now. Say 3x squared minus 5x plus 6. And we are assuming that x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2. So we're assuming that is the same for this here. If you want to have a go at this sum, you can pause the video now, have a go, and then press play and see if you got it right. Okay, so let's substitute this in. 3 multiplied by, now let's see, x is 3, and it's squared, minus 5, x again, which is 3, and then we do here plus 6. So 3 3s are 9. So I'll put in here 3 3s are 9. And then 5, and then there's no squared here, so I'll do that in the next line, and then plus 6. So 3 multiplied by 9 is 27. 5 multiplied by 3. Now it's minus 5 multiplied by 3, so it would be minus 15 plus 6. So what I'll do is I'll subtract 15 from 27 first, and that will give me 12. And then plus 6, so the answer is 18. So I have evaluated this expression here. Now, if I were to tell you, let's say, do this again. I want to do the same sum here, 3x squared minus 5x plus 6. Now, with this sum here, I want you to let x equal minus 2. So that's something different. It's a negative number we're substituting in. So pause the video now and see if you can figure that out. Okay, so let's see how you did. 3. Now let's fill in inside the bracket minus 2, and that's squared, minus 5 by minus 2 plus 6. Okay, first of all, let's square the number. So it's minus 2 multiplied by minus 2. So a minus by a minus is a plus, so it's 2 by 2 is 4. And then minus 5 multiplied by minus 2, that's a minus multiplied by a minus, so that'll be a plus as well, so it's 2 by 5, so that's 10. That's plus 10, and that's plus 6. And then 3 by 4 is 12, plus 10, plus 6. Add these together, and you get 28. So if the number is a minus number, you have to be really careful. Is it being multiplied by another minus number? Is it being multiplied by itself? Is it being multiplied by a plus, a positive number? And anytime you have to substitute in a value which is a minus, you have to take extra special care, especially when you're using formula. Okay, so for homework today, I have attached a worksheet, and I want you to do those and send me a picture of it when you've got it done. And that is due for tomorrow. Thanks.